All right, of course, we're gonna jump back, I think I mentioned a while ago, we're gonna devote a lot of time to Chi-Sao because in my opinion, your Latsa training is, very good. Now you just have to put the two together. So no, Ted didn't come and Mike didn't come. You probably didn't get a chance to see Tuesday video yet. Yeah, I know your work is very busy.
Yeah,
so usually like sit in the truck and start looking it up. Yeah. So, and I don't recommend you watch what you drive. That's a bad idea.
I'm not gonna say yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so let's see.
Good shit, YouTube.
YouTube, because YouTube were doing it yesterday at Tuesday, and YouTube didn't show up.
Lefties? That's what you said?
Yeah, you and Mike and everything. Yeah. So make sure you periodically check the camera, so that make sure. Yeah, that way when you play it back, you can see yourself. Otherwise, it's.
I'm just trying to
remember that. So basically, I think remember last time you here we were talking about Chi-Sao without. So let me just repeat myself again. Bear with me. I'm sure a lot of you have heard me say this over and over again.
Doesn't get old.
It takes like 10 times to sink in anyway, so.
Chi-Sao is not just a stepping stone, or no, it's not a setup for you to apply your techniques like a lot of people do. Just even roll in the circle, right? They all do that. Okay. Now, if you see somebody doing something different, let me know. But I haven't seen that. They all roll, and when they're rolling, because they're thinking attacking, they're moving very sloppy. Okay, Tan-Sao, half times the Bao-Sao turn to Lan-Sao. Because their mind's thinking of how do I speed up to attack the guy. Right? So they use that as a stepping stone to a destination. Okay, not knowing that the tool is your application. Okay. So to them it's not even a tool because they don't talk about how to use the bottom hand to attack and to control. How to use the top hand to attack and control. Okay? And the reason is in my opinion, I could be wrong, because I can't get to their mindset, is they don't look at, once your arm is on top of the other guy, what can you do in terms of controlling that arm and attacking with your own arm? When you're on the bottom, what can you do with that arm in terms of attacking and controlling? And this is what I've discovered, that there's a reason why they not only prescribe when you're on the bottom, Tan-Sao, Bao-Sao, on top only Fu-Sao. So it's up to me and everybody else to say, why? How can I make Tan-Sao, Bao-Sao work for me in terms of controlling and attacking? When I'm on top, what can I do to turn that top hand into a controlling hand and attacking hand? So what I'm sharing with you is my conclusion. By no means the end of the research. This is the beginning, okay? So every day I'm finding out more. Okay? So first thing I notice is, when you're on the bottom hand, when you do single steeping hand drill, you notice the bottom hand person starts first, right? He's from Tan-Sao, he's starting to a palm heel strike, right? So he starts the rolling first. Same thing, if I'm on the bottom, we just do single steeping hand rolling, I'm starting. You notice? I'm the one who starts. He can't. He's crouching on me. Fu-Sao, by definition, is a crouching hand. Crouching, right? Because you're not sinking. You're ready to pounce. Just like a tiger and a cat, when they see prey, they go into this crouch position. They hang very low, and they spring forward, right? That's what it is, crouching hand. Although I haven't seen a lot of people using that term. Okay? So he's just crouching on me. Or like a jockey sitting on top of a horse. But you notice his butt never touches the saddle. He doesn't wait. He doesn't want to weight. Yes, he doesn't want to weight the horse down to slow the horse down, slow the speed.
That's
So,
the application.
Exactly. Okay. So he's just pushing forward slightly. So I start. See, I start the rolling. Okay. So it may appear the person on top, on the bottom, has the advantage. Not so. Okay. But just for the sake of, I'm on the bottom. My job is, what can I turn this tons of and bounce up into? Well, Big Brother says, either you defend or you attack. Controlling is a very aggressive form of defending. Right? He has a weapon. If I hold a weapon, he can't use it against me anymore, right? So that is defense, but in a very aggressive form. Nothing is better than taking away his weapon so he can't hurt you, right? So that is a very proactive way to defend yourself. Okay. And trapping or controlling is the best way to make sure to render that weapon useless. Okay. So on the bottom, my job is okay. And we're taught it's all about full energy. And then we also understand this full energy is neither aggressive or defensive. It's a neutral, I call it neutral energy, because we just put out the same amount of energy to neutralize each other. Okay. So my full energy is my reference point. Any other directions is a variation, therefore applications. Okay? Okay? Yeah? If I veer off from this, I'm trying to apply something. Right, because everything is compared to the forward energy. The neutral forward energy, anytime you deviate from that, it's an application. Okay? So this is a normal energy, neutral. And then, by doing so, we are both occupying the same center line. The only way for me to get to his body is to move his arm away from his center line. Okay? And I only have two choices. I'm either in the Chi-Sao form or the Bang-Sao form. And directions come in. Remember, intentions drive your actions. Your actions determine the directions. Right? Okay? So remember, it's very simple. Intentions drive your actions. If you say attack, then your movement becomes attack, aggressive. If you say control, then it becomes control. Because your intentions, your arms will move to different directions according to your intentions. Okay? So intentions, directions, actions, or intentions, actions, directions. Your actions cause your arm to move to different directions to accomplish different goals. Okay? The formula is very simple. Intentions, actions, and then directions.
Where does the energy come in? Because I remember that was some part of
Yes.
Energy.
Yeah. And your arm, your limbs are transporters of energy.
Right.
It's a vehicle. Yeah. Right? So because you use your arms and legs to move the energy. The energy is contained in your limbs. It won't generate by itself until you do something, right? So it goes with, okay. So intentions drives the action, and your limbs become the vehicles, the transporters of energy. And they have to go somewhere according to your intentions. Okay? So from here, I'm saying I'm neutral. All right, the only way for me to move in on him is to move his arm away from the center line or move away from the center line. Again, we have Chi-Sao, we have Bang-Sao. Bang-Sao turn to Lan-Sao now. Okay? So you can move, and move. Right? That's Lan-Sao with a closed hand shape rather than open hand shape, closed hand shape. Right? Okay. So that's, you can control three ways. Tan-Sao, Lan-Sao, Lan-Sao. 3 ways. So you notice I'm using these two shapes, 摊扫 and 绑扫. So when you're on the bottom, you are looking at your own 摊扫 绑扫 to make things happen. When you're on top, you're looking at his 摊扫 绑扫, right? See? His 绑扫, his 摊扫, his 绑扫, his 摊扫, right? Okay? According to the shape that he's in, okay? So he's in 摊扫, I can catch. In 摊扫, I can catch. In 绑扫, I can catch. Right? In 摊扫, I can also catch. So these are different directions because your intentions are different. Okay? So, if I'm catching the elbow, I'm pushing forward. If I'm catching the wrist, I can pull. Right? If I'm catching the elbow, I can push. Same thing, if I catch the elbow as it goes down, I can push. All different directions. According to, are you going sneaking a strike from underneath? Okay? And it becomes very meaningful when you're throwing grappling. Well, if you're going to do a body block, make sure your arms are not in the way. Right? So I'm going to make sure I do this, right? See?
Yeah.
See that? That's exactly what's going on. So, you know this arm so well, you know how to do body locking.
Stand up triangles and all that.
Exactly. From here, you can also go in. Yeah, lock. So, so those are part of the things we do. We figure them out. So that's so what I'm looking at when I'm on top is look at his 摊扫. And I'm on top. I'm still on top, right? Okay, so I can see, okay, I'm on top. I'm on top. Also, I'm on top. On the bottom, because I'm, right? Allows me to stick with the arm. So by the time this is so familiar to you, you know a human arm better than anybody else. So when you're in a grappling situation, you don't have to say where is his elbow. You just go boom right there. You don't have to look. Boom the wrist, right? So here's the elbow. Okay, see the beauty. This is what a lot of people are missing. It's not just about striking, fast hands. It's about learning, the joints, and of course, most of all, sensitivity. And that's exactly what grappling is. It's all about sensitivity. Why do you catch someone's arm? So he can maneuver his body, right? Of course, in the gi, you grab his sleeve and lapel, establish contact. That's exactly what it is, it's sneaking. No gi, then you have to grab the arm and the neck, right? So this is the conclusion we came up with. Okay, so with that in mind, now we know when you're on the bottom, you can control, and okay, toss in, okay. And when you're on top, you can also control, and control. All you have to do is put the other hand in, and there's a rule. Okay, we have to follow these rules, which means when you're using palm up. Okay, what's the other hand doing? So that's the only thing I have taught is yin and yang, right? So now I'm on the bottom, okay? This bottom is on top, right? And we roll. Without using your left hand, you can do this, you can do this, and you can do this as well, right? And now, if I want to do 摊扫, that's yin and yang, right? Because if we take away this arm, if I can control with the top hand, I can certainly attack with the top hand, right? So I can go here or here, right? 复扫 strike or 盘扫 jump扫 strike. Okay, so remember the 复扫, right? It so happened when I do 复扫, 盘扫 is this way. Okay, now this doesn't work as well. Okay, but if I go, okay, so see here, 1, 2, 1, 2, right? And we're going use this to control, this to strike. Use this hand to control again. So I am repeating, attacking, repeating, defending. See this? Eventually become this, right? Tansa, right? I'm going tansa, and then bansa, tansa, lansa. Okay?
Yeah.
I haven't used anything yet. I didn't do this. I didn't do this.
Whoa. Boy, lost one.
You know, my fingers get cold, they shrink. Okay? So notice I didn't do anything. So the tools is the applications.
You're in the role.
Well, we haven't even gotten to all those fancy things that people do.
That's
You
just
don't
the
need
as
to.
is.
Because you don't need to, because this is how things happen.
Right.
You don't have time to roll to top to the bottom. Right? You just have to, from wherever you are, you gotta go. Okay? So now we talked about both arms on top and both arms on bottom. Those are two options already, right? Two possibilities. There's another possibility, another two. Both hands on the bottom. Like this. Right? He's forever doing futsal, both double futsal. I'm forever doing tansa and bangsa. Still tansa and bangsa, and you know what to do. You understand? Right? Same thing. He's on top. He's can also defend, attack and defend. See, from here as he goes down, he can defend or control by capturing my elbow or wrist, or elbow this way, right? Right. Same thing with the other hand. As I come down, here, right? Come up.
Oh, dude.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
He hasn't changed anything. All he's doing is double futsal. Yet the futsal deviates from the original direction, which is forward, become applications right away. So from here, single hand, he can go here, 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 or here, right?
Or you can lock.
Yeah,
Wrist, right?
right, yeah, right? So from here, as he turns over, he can go like this, right? Okay? Because you know that limb better than anybody else. So as you go from bangsa to tansa, that's your lock, right there. It's too single, right? See? Right there. Immediately. You just slide down. Okay. So I'm saying, so this is not a technique anymore. Some people will teach it as a technique, which is just part of rolling.
Yeah.
All we did is find the possibilities in the process. The process is the applications. The process is not a preparation, a setup for you to apply your techniques. While you're rolling, you are defending and attacking.
And treasure island right there.
Okay? So both hands now do the same thing. Okay? See, I'm going to repeat my left hand. Okay? When he goes to bangsa, tansa, bangsa, tansa, on the other side. Okay? Eventually, you just switch, right? See, as it goes down. That's right.
Yeah.
So I'm doing. You know, I'm sliding, sliding. Right? Okay, that's grounding right there. You are in double Chi-Sao constantly, yet you're able to control his joints. And this is the very first lesson we learned by doing Sunin Tao, the very first form, about the joints. I'm pushing here. I'm using wrist, elbow. Okay, so this is the payoff. But we have to see it. Myself included, I didn't see this for the longest time. Longest time. Who can connect the two? I mean, I certainly couldn't. You know, I finally did, but just by, I guess being on Treasure Island allows you to do that because you don't have to look, it comes to you. Okay, so you see now it becomes so powerful. Same thing on the bottom, right here, right? If you're can control, okay, 盘扫, right? And then 蓝扫, right? 盘扫, 蓝扫.
Right.
Okay. 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 Now, out of these things, then the application comes, right? Because in the course of struggle, either someone wants to get to the bottom or someone wants to go to the top. So there's a transitional stage, and you make that transitional stage not just a transition, but an advantage, your advantage. Okay. So let's do singles first. Okay. So I'm on top, right? In order for me to go right here, see, it's right here. I got it. Because I'm going into bouncer, right? Okay. If I don't change into a control, I'm doing bouncer, right? See? You cut back, bouncer, right? Same thing as lancer. Okay? So, as I'm looking for my bouncer, which will turn into panza during the transition. So as I come down here, I'm ready. Okay? Because I'm a bouncer is lancer. Lancer came from bouncer. So if I'm going to bouncer, I'm going to turn that bouncer, which I'm going into a lancer. So as I go down, I just trap. Because again, bouncer family. Same thing for him. As I go down, you control my elbow. Remember I said many times, there are no such things as indefensible techniques. It's all about knowledge, experience, and awareness. Awareness allows us to know, hey, his elbow's up. I've done this. Right? I've done this, right? So I'm very familiar with this situation. Now I'm on the bottom, and he's taking me down. Oh, see what's this? It's a bounce out, right? When he turns to a bounce out, normally I go into fuchs out, right? Okay, one more time, right? Now remember the original shapes and the deviation, which is application. Okay. So as he takes me down, okay, instead of turning to fuchs out, I'm going to control his elbow. All part of transition, most vulnerable, because you're going from one shape to the other. That's why when you do a console to get to the bottom, you cannot wait until it turns into. As he turns into, not after. Because after it tends to bounce out, bounce on him. I can't wait, boom, because he's going to go into bounce out. So you're scooping bounce out instead of bounce out. That's transition. So transition is a concept. Anytime you go from one shape to another, is a transition. Okay? So in the same transition, whether I start and end up using a line sound control, or I start, but I didn't see that, and he ended up controlling my elbow. So now we can apply these things in Chi-Sao situation, where it becomes what most people will call techniques. Okay. So it's a double, right? Double. Okay, I'm here, right? See? Okay, right here. I'm just going to pull this hand now. Because I'm going down, right? See? Right? There. Yeah, I got it. Because that hand's behind me.
It's the whole purpose.
Yeah. I'm detaining that hand long enough for me to get in. Right? Because he's following me, right? Okay? But I'm not just doing this. I want to make sure his attention is focused here. Right? So I control, but focus. And now I collapse and go in. Or I can slow it down as a trap to do future fighting. Because he's dealing with this. Right? I control him to let him know this is coming. He said, no way. Okay. It's because 贪少 turns to 王少. 贪少 to 王少. I'm not doing anything different. All I'm doing is follow the sequence. If my 贪少 failed, go to 王少. 王少 failed, go to 贪少. That's just how simple that is. So people say this. This is pushing, right? And they do this, right? To them it's a technique, right? To me, 王少 is 贪少.
Or feature fighting.
Double up, double down.
That's what it is. Because this, right, is a 贪少.
Yeah.
It's a shade, remember? If I choose to close it, it's still a 贪少, just with a closed fist. It's not a back fist. If you say a back fist, it became a technique. I'm saying from 王少 to 贪少, I just happen to close the fist for more damage. That's all. Okay? So this pretty much sums up what we do. And it is, every time you meet resistance, you change. Because if you're changing, they never know. Remember, you don't commit until it's time. So you can delay the future fighting many times over. Okay? Right? But remember, all this is the same. All this came from Lapsa. Everything you learn, all the the applications learned in Lapsa, eventually you will use them. When it comes to joint locking, sweeping, takedowns, choking, they're all going to be there. Okay, so again, let me repeat what we talked about Tuesday. The most often used technique, quote unquote, that you see is a bongsai, grab and strike. Okay, for them to block either this, right? Okay, usually they do this. Okay, they do a back fist. Okay, so nothing wrong with that, but they use that as their reference rather than an application. Okay. So you have to have a neutral position for you to go to left and right. If you say left is your reference, then it's chaos.
Yeah.
Neutral has to be the reference point that you can determine which way to go. Right? If you know. So anyway, so this is what I'm saying. When you right from here, you have three things you can do. Okay, this is what most people don't talk about. Is this one? You can go empty hand only. 2, 3. The last one is what we are familiar with, but that's not neutral. This is in the middle. This is to his right. This is to his left. I mean, his left is his right. Right? Center, his right, his left. Okay? All came from this. Okay? You can also turn this into but whether you do this or this, doesn't matter. Open hand. So, or you know, like, okay.
That's like.
Okay. I think I kept pushing it. Right, so what happens is, now, this is what most people do, okay? They roll and then let go like this. Alright? Okay? They go really fast and they go, let go, and then, okay. See, that's what most people would do, they defend. Because they see the attack comes. What they don't see is that I'm wide open. If I do it slowly, you can see. I haven't moved, right? Because I'm trying to grab this guy.
Forward and neutral.
When arms are disengaged, thrust forward. That's what he did. When I left him, he says, oh, the basket, no one's guarding the basket. I'm just going to go and dump it. Okay? Right. So knowing that's a trap or a pitfall, I say, if you want to attack, remember, fighting is like going to battle with your suit of armor. You better make darn sure that you have no openings or as little openings as you can have it. So every day you comb through your chainmail, whatever they call it, right? You know, the link, right? Oh, there's repair. That's what we do. You repair. So by the time you get to ballot, nothing you chink. Harden. Okay. So say, so you know, there's no opening. So if I get cut accidentally, I'm okay. So that's our job, is to make sure that suit of armor is so well made and maintained that there are no openings. So knowing that's the case, so we don't do that. I want to control both arms. Make sure when I go in, I'm protected. Right? So first of all, I'm not in front of him anymore. My center line changed because of my body positions. Now, see, he's facing this way, but I'm using an angle. Okay, but I'm also applying pressure here to control that arm using the line sign. Right? So rather than doing a full or half change, I just stop short because I know this is the arm I'm going to control to press against this arm, so I have double track. So now, even if that arm gets me, it's not a trade for him. He got me in the rib cage, I got him in the throat. Okay? So you want to minimize as much the risk as you can by not being from him. Okay? So that's the key. Then all those so-called future fighting concepts can be thrown in. All right, now remember, in Lop-Sop, you can attack in the middle, to your left, to your right. Same thing, from here, I can go to the middle, which is this, right? Or to my right, is this. All right, now pull right. Okay, and then you say, I'm going to do future fighting. Right? Because I already know that arm's going to come. Right? He has to defend himself, right? See, I'm doing this, right? I'm coming in. Right? I let him see it. Just, he see his arm's already up because, I'm being threatened. When this arm is being pulled, this space becomes open. Instinctively, he wants to cover that. Okay? So that is basically preying on his security. I'm sorry?
His training instinct.
Yeah, his survival instinct. He wants to, protect that. Even you're a boxer or whatever, you're going to try to cover that space because you feel vulnerable. Okay, so that's using the neutral, which is center, right? I'm going this and then continue on, right? Same thing. I can do it to the right like this. I already see him coming. I wouldn't want to continue. But, see, that's the end result that we've done so many times, right? That's what he's going to do. Okay? Just skip the beat because you know he's dealing with the present. You're waiting for him in the future. Same thing. If you can do it this way, you do this way, you can suddenly do it this way, right? Like this. Because
I would imagine if you went out more wide, he's going to go over center line farther to make it easier for you to trap. So if you're going to future fight, instead of going center, it might be better to come in a circular line so you have more.
Okay, so you are already judging. Okay, see, you have to know all three. Otherwise, you're picking and choosing. That's why I'm showing you all three. I'm not showing you techniques. If I were teaching most people do, I will only teach you this way. Exactly, I explained. Yeah, because you have, not necessarily, sometimes you want to do it the other way. Okay, if I do it this way, see, I see that hand already. Because we are so familiar with my arms and his arms, where my arm is, where my arms are, where his arms are. I don't have to see to know. I don't have to because I know what's going to happen. I know where his arms are. So when I do this, see, that's right here. See it? I don't have to go very far. So if I do it slow, it's like this, right? Right here, see, now just hands out. Okay, so you can't say, because if you only prefer that, it becomes technique to you. You cannot do anything else now. And you don't know whether the other two won't come into play. Because you don't know how fights look like. But our job is to make sure we're equipped. Okay, you want to do a lance? I know how to do lance. Long sword, I know long sword. I know how to do that. You don't say, I can only do long sword. Okay? Well, I have no choice, but I lost my long sword. My long sword is broken. You got two. Well, I don't really know how to do it. You know what I'm saying? Fighting needs to be you're equipped with, just like I'm only a stand up. I know how to punch and kick. I don't know how to grapple. Don't grapple. Good. Then you're dead, right? So you have to have as many tools as you can. For us, it's not even a many. It's just very simple. There's only this much. Right? You can defend with it. You can attack with it. Okay? You can defend with it forward movement. You can defend with it left and right. So it's again, it's the yin and yang, right? Because he throws a punch, I can defend with a full out. Another punch, I can defend with jump out. Another punch, I can this. Those three things I just showed you. 1, 2, 3. Hence, they're not techniques. If I show you a certain way to get into an attack, and you learn it by heart, say, okay, step number 1, step number 2, step number 3. And that, if the other person doesn't cooperate, it doesn't happen.
Okay. Each of those 3 strikes also has the 2 versions, right? Each one you could do circular or linear.
Correct.
Jumps out could be linear or circular.
Correct. And you can also close your fist.
Yeah.
Right? Right? That's what.
Control or not?
Well, empty hand approach is favored because it does more damage to your opponent and less damage to your own hands. Because you're not, how many times you've heard boxers, yeah, I broke my wrist in round 2, even though it's heavily taped. Broke my hand, hit the guy so hard that it actually broke his hand, not the wrist. Okay? So knowing that, I gotta make sure I don't do that, because in the heat of a combat, you're going to use a lot of force. Right? So if we're used to only using open hand, when we fight, we're going to use open hand. You fight how you train, and we automatically go to the neck, because day in, day out, we drill into our consciousness the neck. I don't care where, the neck. Right? You cut off the blood circulation, he's going to pass out, So that's, basically. Okay, so I got kind of off track a little bit.
Future fighting from the first.
Right, all right.
Control and home.
But if you remember the energy flow drill we did before, ties into it. Okay? Remember, one person is going to use linear only, right? I'm coming over here, and the other person is free to use either hand. Only defense. It's not reality. It's a drill to train how you flow, right? So I'm going like this. See, there's no resistance. You just let it go and go around, right? And come in again. Right? There's no hesitation. And you don't really care. You notice when I use eventually you come to a conclusion. There's a pattern in what he does. Okay? All right. So I go this way, go to my left. I go this way, go to my left. Okay? All right, so now you already know what's going to happen, right? So you can jump forward now. Just like I showed you earlier. Now you come in. It's the same thing, right? So you skip a beat like this. 1, 2. You go 1, 2. Now so you can do it like this, right? And it goes boom, right? Okay, so a lot of people say that's a fake. Yeah, you can call it fake, but if he doesn't address that, you go in, right? You change your mind because on your way in, you see he's coming to defend. There's no need to continue to that direction. Because continuing just means he's gonna make contact. You just, as you come in, you change your mind. That's all, okay? So that is the same thing as this. Let's go this way. Right? I'm going in using Chi-Sao, but knowing he's gonna do this to me, right? So I go like this. Because I don't want him to do this to me.
Assist.
I don't want to do this. You see?
Yeah.
Okay? Because the tendency for us is to be greedy. These are the 3 deadly sins that Jim talked about. 2, fear and greed. If you're too fearful, you're going to be hit. If you're too greedy, you're going to be hit. Thank you, Jim. Alright? Okay? So that's hey, boom, I got hit too, right? So remember, you have 2 arms, and you want that suit of armor to have no openings. You don't want to do this, cut me, right? So as I change direction from here to here, I want to make sure that it doesn't continue, because this opens up a lot of opportunity for you. Remember, you take off where you left off, and I'm here, right? I'm here. I cut here, for good measure, I'm going to break this arm, right? Because you're right there, you're already there. From here, remember, it's all about your joint in relationship to his.
That's the first form.
Yep. All right, so you can see how important the first form is. We talked about directions, forward, backwards, up, down, sideways. Right? And then, of course, the first thing is about joint. The first thing is about center line. And then about the joints and the directions. Okay? Those things, they're so important. How many people talk about it? Okay. You guys got to learn the first one. Good. Let me show you the second one.
Yeah. They just learn to get to the done.
You got it? You got it? Okay. Anyway, that's, anyway. First one, we just scratched the surface. There's so much more to offer. We just have to keep digging. So I know I talked too much already. So let's, without further ado, let's work on the good stuff. Make sure you can see yourself. Okay.
Single or double?
Okay. So so you guys going to take turns doing controlling with the bottom hand.
Single first?
I think you can do double. Just make sure the unused arm maintain that neutral flow energy, not being neglected.
Controlling.
Hands up.
Hands up.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So what you can do this. You can repeat the times of control several times.
Right.
You're going to lines up, empty hand, lines up, close fist.
Well, it's not 151.
Oh, gotcha.
One roll,
Yeah.
and then you go roll. With just like this.
You can
Or pivot at the same time.
come from your times up
One.
rather than bounce up.
Ah,
Yeah, from your times up.
okay.
Don't use me.
Yeah. Yeah.
You want us to hit it when we do that?
No, no, yeah. Just maintain full energy on that arm.
My hand shrinks when I go to grab. Also made a tiny hand.
Just keep the same rhythm.
That was like
Rhythm.
working, yeah.
Tick, 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 tick. You should come back, hands up there.
Okay.
Stay with this.
Like that?
Yep.
All right.
Right?
Yeah. Here's why it's so important. Because if you have that times up bounce off concept, your next move, if you're blindside, your next move should be times up, right? Okay, right. So let's do single hand. So this one you can see it better, okay? Okay, so it's times up, bounce up, times up, bounce up, times up. You see it?
Yeah.
That's why it's so important, because from here it pushes bounce up into a times up. But if you're going to bounce out again, yes, you can do this, but let's get the reference. I mean, the reference, what we call baseline first, which is always 弹扫往扫弹扫往扫. Once you nail that down, then you can go yin yin or yang yang, which is from 往扫 to 往扫 to 弹扫to 弹扫. Okay, so right now you're going to go 往扫弹扫往扫弹扫往扫 neutral neutral, right? Then I'm going to say I'm going to work on 往扫 sideways, still coming from a 弹扫弹扫往扫弹扫往扫弹扫往扫弹扫往扫弹扫往扫弹扫往扫弹扫往扫. Okay, so you have to have that, otherwise you're lost.
Gotcha.
Okay, Mike, you try. Okay,
Two hands, right?
yeah. Mike, if you're comfortable with single hand,
Yeah.
start with single hand. Yeah. Chin, Mike. Very good. Make sure your other arm still, yeah, forward. Mm-hmm. Oh, that was neat.
Can we add a Fuchs outfit, or do you want us to keep it neutral?
Well, once you get used to it, I mean,
We can
get comfortable, you can add.
add it.
Remember the layer?
Yeah.
When you practice, just keep the layering concept in. What is the root? The root is means,
Neutral.
yeah, the other one just neutral. Then you add another layer. Okay, I'm gonna put the other one, the other hand to work. Then it could be a more aggressive. Yeah. Now you figure out, oh,
Yeah.
when I'm holding this, what is the shape of my other arm?
Mhm.
Go ahead and do it. Okay. When I say stop, you stop. Okay. You catch and stop.
Oh.
Catch the wrist and stop. Go ahead. Catch the wrist and stop. Okay. Okay. Look at the shape of this. It's a bounce up, which means you turn that into a okay. So the first step, the root, is forward neutral energy in bounce up shape. Next one is in attacking. Now you up or down. Up or down. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So it's like this. Okay. Tanza, right? That's over here. Tanza, fuxa, tanza, bounce up, tanza, fuxa. Yeah, that becomes attack. You just turn the bounce into a fuxa. Yes. And then at this point, you notice you're not getting anywhere. That's not okay.
important.
Yes, that's not
Layers.
important. Right. It's a concept. You get it, then with your footwork, you will get it. That's the beauty of footwork.
Okay.
Stop. Okay? So notice you're not going anywhere because you're still in front of him. You guys are still fighting this. Yeah. Now, if he steps forward, look at the difference.
I have to move out, so.
Right, because now you are pushing forward where he's attacking you by using wedging. He becomes that triangle. He used to be this way, looking at you, this way. Now he will use half of it. So your energy is still going this way, but he's wedging in. Right. So you experience that, okay? No, yeah, okay. Go ahead and stop, okay? Now, step forward. Did you see? See the difference?
Yeah, if you try to follow my center line with that hand,
Yeah, all he has to go
Trying to
forward.
feel like in between everything.
No,
It's
at
like
that
some-
moment, he's going to push forward.
To control.
He's still pushing forward because he's dealing with the present, but you're moving to the future.
that's the.
Yes.
Right, yeah.
See, he's still pushing forward.
That's that moment of,
Yes.
You do want
It's
like
that's
that's
the
the
time.
time.
Yeah.
Present
More
or future.
more
But you
pressure.
control what I control. Let's
The
reverse.
more
it.
I meet, the more there's that slip.
And if he's good, which he will be very good, all he has to do is pivot. Boom, he's still looking at you. Okay, remember there's no such thing as indefensible or technique. For every movement you make, there's a counter movement. We just have to see it. This is why 4 body positioning. It's just your body position change a little bit to change the whole thing, the whole complexity of the game.
Footwork is,
It's nice to see able to understand that.
Yeah.
yeah, sets up a.
And even that is not the end. Okay, so he will turn because the way you push, right? And then you just based on what he does and take it from there.
Try to do time.
Okay, stay right here, right? Okay. He's pushing you, right? Right? Right?
I'm pushing him.
Yeah, you're pushing because, so you can deviate the path of his attack, right? See, you're pushing this way, now, he just goes the other way. By continue, yeah, you can do that, or just pull him so he keeps going that way.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right.
Right, so he, go through it one more time, do one more time, and show you what I do. Remember, even though we're guys, we are men, we need to keep the teaching of the woman's part in mind. Okay, now, yes, pushing, yes, see what I'm saying? I'm just borrowing your energy. I don't want to fight you, right? So if you want to go there, I'll lead you there. That's always the case. Because otherwise it becomes a strength contest, whoever the strongest will win. We always assume we are the weaker ones. That way we get to the
I want to listen, then I try to get out there.
exactly. We are, organic eggs. We don't want to go toes to toe to the rock, you know? Yeah. So you go up, so yeah. Okay, see this? There! See, you just take,
I felt it like for an eternity before I could,
no,
because it's not built in here.
No, you do
Here it's
it.
like, hey, that,
It may seem slow to
make it
you.
happen, shoot.
It may seem slow to you, but it was pretty good. And so the thing is, the minute you feel opposition, you yield.
That's really it.
That's it.
That's what Chi-Sao is.
That's what it's.
Yeah, that's what Chi-Sao is, you know. He's pushing forward. I'm not going to push back. I say, okay, I'm going to yield. I'm going to yield.
It's a great exercise.
Yeah, that's why Chi-Sao is so prized. Yeah. Very good. Very good.
And I just gotta get back to the center with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. That's what I'm saying.
Always stick.
How do you do it?
On that side.
Keep it to like 10 and then.
Okay.
As you want to try to top off the lunch.
How are we back?
Yeah, I'll do it.
So we're here.
So,
You just.
your turn?
I think this goes on the back.
This? Yes.
Yeah. Really each time.
Yeah.
It's interesting how
Yeah, right.
that
Zone
is,
applies
yeah.
in different.
Yeah.
Okay.
You feel better when you stop stepping. Start stepping.
Sure.
I'm already going.
You do complex stepping.
That's just cheating, don't turn in technique.
It's cheating, of course, that way.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that's what I forgot. So.
Have you guys tried controlling the elbow?
Not yet.
Okay. Okay, so do it one more time. Okay.
Okay.
Come on, man.
Good. He's pushing you, right? Now remember, so you haven't got to that point yet, but the third form, see right here? BUG. This is what he did earlier.
That's what he did.
Yep.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't think we were that close. It's weird.
Sure. I probably came in. So that was calm myself. So
Come back up this.
So you want to try the.
Oh, you guys are blocked. Move back a little. We can move back. Yeah.
Bigger too.
So it comes, let's go down.
Calza, yeah,
And-
right.
You have to catch
Oh,
my
right.
right? Okay, so that's one.
Another fun drill is take turns like this. It's fun, okay? So I'm on top, right? Boom, right? And then you're on top.
Right. Well, just let it go then. after all.
Right, on top.
So then,
Okay, see, right there.
Let's go to the other side, learn some and then.
You truly become octaves.
Right.
Okay, and then there's one, another one is, he does this, I do something else. Okay, you get
I
that.
just went, took me.
Okay, right, and then you change it.
Ah.
Now my turn, No, you're going, time's up, remember?
Sorry.
And then, yeah, remember, moves out, bounce out.
Take a
Yeah.
long.
That's how he's cooking.
Right?
Calls out, trap again, you do twice.
Okay.
Right?
Push the elbow and then shut
Oh, man.
I do twice.
Okay.
So you went under your.
Yeah.
You went under my arm. No.
Maybe, I think that.
One, two, for me,
That's right.
same thing. One, two,
Oops. Or,
one,
did count to the beach.
You're
two,
doing what's natural.
one.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
It just looks different from inside.
I think it's all that. Just do that.
That's it, your time's up.
It's the only way.
You go to time's up.
Oh, I know.
Right.
I think it was
Bounce up.
after fact.
He's bounce up.
Oh, then I touched the
Goes out.
Okay. Stop action. Remember my words. You're either looking at Jerome time's up, bounce up, but his time's up.
Try it.
Yes.
Right? He turns to bounce up. Oh!
Yep.
He turns to time's
So
up.
you're going this way.
No,
huh? You did sneak and control.
Yeah, so you gotta say you're on.
When his elbow is up, you push the
From
elbow.
here, so you just do
When
a
he,
half step.
when he turns to time's up,
The
you
triangle
grab the
sword,
wrist.
yeah.
Okay?
Because that'll set
Your
you up for
elbow's up,
this
I
thing.
push the elbow.
Absolutely. And then he turns to time's up, right? Scoop.
And I'm here with.
And grab the wrist.
Right.
So for you see his bounce up. Time's
Actually, that's
up.
on side.
Yes.
Also,
Catch it. Bounce up, time's up. Bounce up, time's up. Right?
Well, control.
Oh, yeah.
Got control.
Control.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, I come up to here. Control. Oops. Control.
Okay, I want to mention something now.
Oh, you went over.
Because this is such a.
But it's because I
such a
changed. I'm not doing
deep
it.
dimension. This is also how you.
That's maybe I did make that change by accident.
Okay, someone, right? You're pushing, right?
No, it's not wrong here.
No, you just didn't.
Right here,
say
see, the push, I just turned into a time, into a time stop, right?
I was just saying.
A time stop and turn to one stop,
Coming at me.
right?
Right.
So that's how, time stop, one, time stop, one stop.
Just that concept. Elbow,
Okay.
Push and pull concept.
Yes.
Check that.
Okay. Have you guys done the top hand? Top hand chin? Not yet? Oh, you're doing the other side, go ahead, finish that side.
Just got one more.
We're here where,
I'll do this.
here he pushes the elbow.
You should just wedge. One more
Just
time.
wedge?
Yeah, you are taking too big a step, so wasting a little more time than you need,
Okay. From here.
okay? This is what, yeah, right there. Yes, yeah. You were going around.
Long.
Yeah, you want to wedge, which means,
I think that's fair because we're talking about. Go ahead.
Yeah, I started with sidestepping
You
to
get an elbow
to get away from his other arm.
depends on his arm positions. So his arm allows you to not do it. When you attack, ideally, you want to be attacking like this, always touch. You know why? Because if he defend, you know.
Right, yeah.
If there's a gap, you don't feel the defense, you don't feel his reaction until later. So if you like
noticed
straight,
that, yes.
straight all the time, you always know every little movement he makes, he can quickly react. Okay, so one more time. Okay, there. See, most people will over defend, which means they tend to push. Like when the ball comes, they run a mile away from that. That's normal. Okay, we don't need it, just a little bit, but just a little bit allows you to wedge. Wedging is the triangle.
Yeah.
Wedge. Yeah.
So you want,
Okay, so when you,
Top hand?
yeah, top hand, top hand control,
So
right?
top hand control, got it.
Oh, I'm sorry, yeah,
That's right. Fuchs-out control.
Right, okay.
Which is.
So you gotta go to
I
the,
can-
you trap his, when he's doubles down, time's up. Now practice when he's doubles up.
you're talking to me about
Either one of you.
Whoever's on the top. So-
Yeah.
whoever's doing it.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
Right,
Ah,
uh-huh.
the other.
And then eventually you find that, that takes a lot of effort. You have to go out of the way to do that, to try stepping,
Yeah.
complex.
Keep the forward energy.
Yeah.
Neutral forward.
Right.
somehow lost that one. Okay, let's try it
You
again. Listen for sure.
You got left my arm.
Oops. Alright, let's try it again. Okay, then, you know, your sleeves is throwing me off too, not that that should be a reason. Okay, all right, so, oh, here's good, I'll sweep them first, so I can just start to do it.
Do one roll. Keep the yeah. Keep that. Concept forward.
Ah, good control there. Ah.
The muscles get all
Well, I'll lose it. Let's see, it goes up here, get control.
Okay, so gradually,
Introduce.
put the layer, introduce the footwork, put the second layer on.
Okay. Do a couple more.
I'm missing this stuff. Key right
Now,
there. Control.
introduce. Give you place.
Nope.
You missed.
Oh, wrong hand.
Oh, that's coming.
So remember, when you're on top, you're looking for my concept, my concept.
See, it's
You
really
need to be seamless.
Yeah.
Become part of the
Let's try
movement.
this arm again. This hand's small. Let's do this one where you mind my other hand.
Keep the forward energy.
Even better.
Yeah, try to.
Let's try this. Let's try this.
Oh, but I'm not thinking about the other one. Ah,
Nice.
lose this one here. Thank you.
Very good.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'm already thinking attack, but I don't want to. That's kind of just natural.
But the beauty is that attack is already suggested, implied, because you're forward.
Yeah, that's so.
You see, that's the beauty of the training. It already implied. Mhm.
Because really, let's see. When I'm here, all goes up. When he starts to go up, I'm going to Chi-Sao.
Yes,
Like
exactly.
he said, it's so.
Remember, you're part of him.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of yin and yang. When he's yang, there's no yin. So there's not, your movements are not disjointed.
Right, all right, so.
Try not to make an effort. Just kind of,
This
just
is
let it
okay.
go. Yeah, right, very subtle and seamless.
Go from there, okay, go from there.
All you're adding is just back. Right, you see how Britta does it?
Yeah, very.
Yeah, you don't want to. Yeah,
Very
that's too strong, guys. You're still doing it. Yeah, you don't want to telegraph your movements. Part of what you do, simply adding forward. Better.
Still the drum, I just don't know exactly it's spinning.
Keep going.
Want to switch?
There you go. Now, too quick.
Help.
This is, it's like when the person
Then you do Gaosa. He offers his Tansa.
Oh, I gotta come around here.
His elbow. His wrist.
That was nothing.
His elbow.
It was a little meditative. With intention to be.
The reason you do that is
Just toss
because,
it up also.
yeah,
Yeah.
because your other hand.
Right.
From
Felt the gas.
So basically, your right hand, the hand, your right hand,
Yeah.
So
it's basically practicing how to control.
Stick in there.
While your other hand is
Right.
I'm
so if you
jumping
throw
ahead.
the other hand in,
By
despair.
it makes perfect sense, right? It's, I'm gonna, no, this is good.
Here, I'm
You've
gonna-
been working.
Yeah, I
Right? See,
really focus.
when I'm doing this,
I'm back still.
what's I'm doing? Right now, watch this, okay? As,
Right now.
It's any, yeah, it's
I
like
come
those
in.
game too, though, in this.
okay, he's gonna,
Competitions.
and he's going to.
Now,
Stay with me on that.
Right.
When I come in the ton, just
Okay,
making
sit.
sure, because
Because when you throw
that
the other
transition
hand in,
is
oh,
where
this
this
guy,
can go into.
Yeah.
Exactly.
right?
This is rolling, his hand's the one.
Right, so rolling is just an exercise.
This one I feel a little sketchy about.
You can,
when I'm on this
control the
side.
elbow right away, control the wrist right away, right?
Do
So
it
from
when
here,
I'm
See
right? No, here, I'm on the bottom,
Right
right?
here.
So
This
I'm
hand
waiting with the
forward.
elbow. No,
Just
I'm
forward,
sorry.
and I feel I lose it every time, and I realize it every time after
I
this.
think because you're
I'm
trying
not
to,
sure why.
you're trying to deviate.
Right?
I'm getting a little heavy, I'm getting a little
You're kind of
low.
like, whoa, kind of thinking
Right?
tactics.
Before you do it,
Just
yeah.
to maintain yourself.
So when you
neutral forward.
It's
controlling
like
my
a
wrist,
catch.
Yeah.
Catch.
Focus out.
It's like the catching on a ball.
Are you controlling my elbow as I come up?
I'll just repeat it.
Hands up.
Yeah, see the jump, the.
Yeah.
the
Focus
ball?
up.
Yeah.
Hands
That was
up.
better, yeah.
Yeah.
Even though,
Focus up.
yeah.
Hands up.
Even if it's not accomplishing, I just don't wanna set anything.
No, that's
The
it.
meanest
Because
is the end.
That's.
Is the end.
Get this.
Right?
You program it. to-
Every time you move,
Right.
you
You're
are
stuck
controlling
with like
it.
a
We
reaction
have
that you're not
switch
sure
it.
about what it's gonna do.
Just as this, you are already knowing, you already know so much. From here,
That's it.
attack,
Yeah, nice stuff.
right?
Perfect.
Or do I want to control his wrist or control his elbow? Do you even have
Future fight.
to, you don't even have to get to that.
No.
Let me show you what I mean.
Now you did a little more seamless.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
You did it.
Kind of control,
After, yeah.
attack,
Yeah.
right?
I did that.
When he rolls up,
Yeah.
attack,
Keep it constant.
Okay.
attack, attack. Simply from his rolling.
Right.
Remember, I'm looking for his tansa, his bonsa.
Right.
I can take advantage when he's in tansa.
Yeah.
I still wanna go there.
You got
Just
it.
wanna be-
Yeah, just same.
Right, and you say, okay,
Because you're going.
without
you're coming
changing
in like
sides,
this.
I'm gonna do
Yeah.
it the other way.
So
I'm
just
gonna
for that,
use
just
this hand, so
same
it's
thing.
this hand.
Same
Oh, really
issue.
know, because I know
Yeah,
how to
you
control
gotta
him
get the
from
second
under,
layer.
right?
Same
From
issue.
under, like this. Right? See, either this, right?
Mhm.
Or this, right?
Mhm.
See,
And
I'm
do that
controlling,
step.
controlling.
Okay.
Excuse me, take this away. I'm doing this. 1, 2, 1, 2. And this one, I'm doing 1, 2, 1, 2.
I'm doing the jumps.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, now I ruined it because I'm
Powerful.
No, that's all right.
Looks so easy when you do it.
No, because I was trying to concept. I know the concept. It came to me as a concept
It's
first.
like dealing with somebody else's body.
Let me try it.
Who was it, Steve Martin, when he, was he in
Uh,
a movie
yeah.
where
The way it's done,
Lily Tomlin,
Yeah, what was that?
she was in the bathroom, like walking all over.
Inner
Is
space.
that- I have no
Yeah,
idea.
somebody look with please. It's all right. You guys come back up a little bit. You're out of frame. You won't see the wonderful stuff you're doing. Okay, so one thing I want to show you that I show them. You remember, you have to remember, I proclaim myself to be king of drills. Everything I can turn into a drill. Drills benefit, very beneficial. Okay. So remember the one we're doing? Okay. So when I counts out, right? See, he can go into a elbow. Okay. Same thing. When I come down, he's going to change. You're going to change, and he's going to bounce. All right. Well, look at the drill. Look at the drill. The drill is without application. Right. Okay, from here, When I go to the bottom, I turn to Bang Sao, you turn to the Fu Sao. Now, as I turn to Bang Sao, he captured my elbow because I am going to
Go
Bang Sao,
Sao.
right?
So now you're going.
See, now Tan Sao, he's going to,
Count and repeat the same. Just keep switching.
forgot.
Yes.
Yeah, okay?
Got it.
That's why you gotta do it, made it in the
Right,
drill.
that's why I'm offering Tan Sao, offer me your Tan Sao. I'm offering you a Tan Sao. Because this is for the drill. So you have to offer, otherwise there's no drill. Okay, see, you're always touching, you never left the arm. You know how to slap him down, like the neck of a guitar. Without your fingers ever lifting the string. Right? Okay, so, I mean, all art's the same. I mean, really, whether you're playing piano, they all have the same attributes. So, okay, and then we'll just add one more, okay, which is, as you come here, right, catch. And I let go to turn into a Bang Sao, and he catch my wrist, elbow. Now I offer him my Tan Sao, and you catch, offer your Bang Sao. Offer you Tan Sao. I offer my Tan Sao. My Bang Sao, Tan Sao. Because eventually, see what I mean? Keep going, keep going. This other hand comes in. Okay? Right? Okay. Right? So before I'm just doing this, and now I'm adding the other hand. Boom, now boom, right here. Okay?
Right.
I'm going under. When I do this, we have to remember it's the shape of a Bang Sao. And I go to Tan Sao to strike. Bang Sao to control, Tan Sao to strike. Same thing for him. As I finish this, right here, this hand's gonna strike. Okay? It may be a little fuzzy right now, but once you break it down, then you start to see. For example, we're just gonna go, I'm gonna control his elbow as it comes out from tan to bone, right? 1, 2. We learn to go forward, right? If you go forward, you're attacking. Okay? Again. 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 Once you do it, you make it happen anytime. We can delay it. Or you can do it right away. Now this become more. Okay? So, okay, I'm tired doing this side. So he's got to come up the boss, all right? You just roll as you were, okay?
Got it.
All right? So I'm going to go the other side, right?
Yeah.
I'm offering it to you. So why would
I'm
you
not
take
doing
it?
anything other than changing.
But I was in control.
If she's gonna give it to you, take it. That's what I was thinking.
So this is perhaps the most neglected part of the research and development, in my opinion, is that people don't look at the actual movements. Tan's a bossa. What can you do when he's in bossa? What can you do when you're in bossa? Okay? So same thing here, okay? Right? I can attack when I'm in Tan Sao, this Tan Sao. I can also attack when I'm in Bang Sao, see? Oh, why am I doing this? Because I want this guy to, yeah, you become very grabby. That's what speaking's all about. You know? Tan, bang makes the third form very meaningful. That's also why when you roll, you have to get good form. You don't do half Tan Sao, half Bang Sao. That's why it's always this, this. Because any given time, you can just roll a Tan Sao to Bang Sao.
And that's pretty popular, right? You see that?
Yeah, that becomes a technique. But we say, the reason you turn to Bang Sao is because your previous movement is a Tan Sao. We can explain, you don't have to memorize. It's very simple. If your setup is Tan Sao, your payoff is Bang Sao. If you establish Bong-sao, you pair with Tan-sao. You can't go wrong with that. Then you can start experimenting Tan-Tan-Bong-Bong. Okay? Here's a point of Tan-sao, okay?
I got you.
Tan-sao.
Yup.
Okay? Bong-sao, right? First is Lan-sao, I'm doing the Lan-sao, and then I'm doing the Bong-sao, right?
Yeah.
Lan, Bong, 不是
Take that bong and then.
That's it, Bong. Yeah, you can do that too. Absolutely. So when you counts out, you are
Bong sound.
Bong-sao, right? Right? But it's never wrong to go like this. Right? See? Bong-sao, Tan-sao. You can never go wrong if you just follow him. Change. The word, the character for the word change, 变, in Mandarin, 变. 变 is more than change. It's like spawn is a better word. Spawn. Okay. One thing spawn many things. Not one thing changing to another. Okay, changes go from one shape to another.
How about,
Spawn can be many things.
yeah, you mentioned before morph.
Now, morph is also morphing into something else, but we want to do many things.
Right.
Okay, so there's a popular, story. It's called Journey to the West, where this monkey king, is a very powerful creature. He was born out of the rock. I mean, this is legend. It's story. Okay, but he has the ability to change. He can pull out some hair from his body and blows on it, and those turns into hundreds of thousands of himself. That's called change. 变. Okay. So from one thing you derive many applications. So the same things that Chinese martial arts theories. You say one movement, 1,000 applications.
So what was the rest of that story? Sorry to sidetrack. The hand became the hand.
Oh yeah.
Or is that the rest?
The guy, the monkey king was so good. He said, hey, now I could just do a backflip and I'll be 1,000 miles away. So he had a bet with this Buddha. Buddha said, if you can get away from my hand, I'll say you're the best, right? So the monkey king did a backflip into oblivion. He said, God, I'm like 2,000 miles from you already. And he said, he lost the bet. So he walked, saw this mountain. It was kind of strange. It had 5 peaks. So he said, I'm going to leave some souvenir. So he peed under at the foot of that mountain, right? Like so, and then he sees the fingers coming towards him. You never left. He thought he was miles away, and these 5 fingers, 5 peaks coming towards him.
Buddha's like omnipotent.
Yeah, right, exactly. So now
Everywhere at the same time.
he has to escort a monk to India. That's why Journey to the West. There's several other creatures. One is a turtle, one is a pig, one is a monkey, who accompany this monk. It's like they're the guardians. Make sure he has safe journey to India, journey to the West. It's a very, I love that story. They're making the movies. In fact, Donnie Yen is finishing the movie Monkey King.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, I saw some trailers on YouTube. Fantastic. Great makeup. Very special
We should see
effects.
it at the theater. We should do a
Yeah.
last theater.
Yeah. That'd be really good.
Movie night.
Okay. All right. So
In space.
to sum it up is you can defend when you're on the bottom. You can attack on the bottom. So you just combine the two. Right? You just combine the two, right?
Sorry.
So here, combine the two, right? Here. I'm defending, which is controlling with my left arm, attacking with my right. Right? I can attack. Remember, any position can control. See right here. Right? I'm attacking with the top hand. I'm attacking with the top hand again. I'm controlling with my left, controlling with my right. With my left again. Right? So it's like this, right? Controlling. So basically doing lines up.
You do it, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm doing this like this, right? Single hand.
Oh, sorry.
I'm doing this. 1, 2. 1, 2. Having the other hand. 1, 2. 1, 2. Right? That's all. Okay? Right? So you say, now I'm going to control with the top hand and attack with the bottom hand. Remember? 1, 2. Attacking with the bottom hand, with Chi-Sao, with Chi-Sao, with Chi-Sao, with Chi-Sao, with Chi-Sao, with Chi-Sao. I just changed. Okay? So I just changed.
Arms.
You may not see it, right? And right now I'm using bottom hand to control now.
Yeah.
Bottom hand to control, bottom hand to control. Okay? I'm going to top hand to control, top hand to control. Bottom hand to control, bottom hand to control. Top hand to control, top hand to control. That's the summation of what we're about. We have this strong foundation, knowing any position, you are really session free. You know, I don't care the top and bottom. I know from any position, as soon as we start rolling, I can attack. I don't need to set up my attack. I am attacking every time I'm rolling. Every time I'm rolling, I am attacking and controlling, right? Even though I'm go forward, but I know any given time, I just turn into this, or this. Or then it can reverse, okay? Here. 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 You can't see it because you're not doing it, but he knows. There's energy change. You know? So, you know, very powerful stuff. I don't know if the general public can really
Make good use of it.
accept, you know, because it's so unconventional. Because everybody needs to roll and as a jumping board to the other side.
Yeah.
So you are already there. You just don't know it.
Nicely.